Every guitar tells a story. This one belongs to my friend who found it while traveling in Japan. It's been with him through countless journeys, collecting scars along the way. But like any well-loved instrument, time has taken its toll. The frets are rough, the strings sing out of tune, and playing it feels like a battle. I've been building and setting up guitars for the last couple years, and I've seen firsthand how the right adjustments can bring an instrument back to life. Today I'm giving this guitar a new chapter, restoring not just how it plays, but how it inspires. Before making any adjustments, it's essential to identify the problem areas. The first thing I check is the action, the distance between the strings and the frets. High action can make playing uncomfortable and tiring. I use a string height gauge for accuracy. The 12th fret, the measurement comes in over 2.5 millimeters, definitely too high for comfortable playing. While I'm assessing the setup, I also check the pickup and bridge heights. My friend requested the bridge to be flush with the body for better stability and tone, but this one's floating, something we'll need to correct. Next is intonation. Even with perfect open tuning, notes further up the neck ring sharp. This misalignment can throw off chords and solos, making for a frustrating playing experience. With those issues noted, it's time to take a closer look at the frets. Removing the strings not only relieves tension, but also exposes the fretboard, allowing for a thorough inspection. Fretwork is where playability begins. The next thing I notice is fret sprout, sharp edges that catch your hand as you play. This happens when the wood dries out and shrinks, causing the metal frets to protrude. To check for uneven frets, I use a fret rocker. High spots can signal bigger issues, but luckily, this neck is in good shape. I start with the fret file from StewMac, carefully working the edges. A few controlled strokes along the fret edge bring it flush with the neck. Then, I switch to the fret's rounded side to smooth out any sharp burrs. Patience is key here. Too aggressive and you risk damaging the neck. Too gentle and the sharp edges remain. Next, I turn to the frets themselves. They're tarnished, which dulls both the tone and the feel, making bends and slides gritty. Protecting the fretboard with tape is a small but crucial step. It prevents accidental scratches and saves headaches later. I use micro mesh pads to clean up the fret edges, starting at 1500 grit and working up to 12,000. This process removes any marks left by the file and restores a smooth, glassy surface. With the edges softened, it's time to bring back the shine. I use a Dremel tool with a polishing disc, buffing each fret until it gleams. This isn't just cosmetic. Polished frets dramatically improve the feel under your fingers. Now that the frets are in good shape, it's time to dial in the rest of the setup. First is the bridge. I start by roughly positioning the saddles, lower strings set further back than higher ones to account for intonation. Then, I adjust the saddle heights to match the fretboard's radius, ensuring a consistent feel across all strings. This one has a 9.5-inch radius, which is common for Fender guitars. I apply a fretboard conditioner. It works as a cleaner, lifting away dirt and grime. Next, I string it up with a set of 9s, just like you wanted. Fresh strings aren't just about sound, they let me fine-tune the setup with proper tension in place. With the strings on, I reach for my string height gauge and measure at the 12th fret. I lower the bridge saddles until the action sits comfortably, 1.7 millimeters on the low E and 1.5 on the high E. The goal is balance, low enough for easy playability without introducing fret buzz. If you don't have a gauge, a fret rocker with height markings can work, but I find the gauge more precise. With the action dialed in, I turn to the truss rod, a small adjustment that makes a big difference. It controls the neck relief, a slight curve that allows the strings to vibrate freely. It can also hide any issues with fretwork that we didn't address earlier. I make quarter turn adjustments to avoid overcorrecting. Too much can damage the neck. After setting the relief, I recheck the action, since one adjustment can affect the other. At this point, I play the guitar, checking for dead spots, buzzing, and overall feel. Each tweak builds on the last, and by now the guitar is already feeling worlds better. But the real test? How it sounds and feels under your fingers. The final moments are always the most satisfying. Fresh strings ring out with clarity. Smooth frets make bends effortless. What was once a chore to play now sings with ease. Before it's truly done, I make the final adjustments for intonation. I compare the fretted 12th fret note to the harmonic. If it's sharp, I lengthen the string by moving the saddle back. If it's flat, I shorten it. These tiny tweaks make a world of difference, ensuring the guitar plays in tune across the entire neck. Next, I turn to the bridge. My friend wanted the tremolo to sit flush against the body. This stabilizes tuning and gives a solid feel under the hand. I adjust the spring tension in the back cavity, balancing the pull of the strings with the springs until the bridge rests exactly where it should. It's a small detail, but it transforms how the guitar responds to touch. Every guitar deserves to be played, to tell its story without being held back by neglect or time. With a bit of care and patience, every instrument can be brought back to life.